Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, just had a few things to say real quick, one of them is, I would like to know if the proposal about the bill, the assembly bills for the internet service, are they on the town website so I can read those?
No, they're not, we don't have them on the website. You should be able to find them at the state website.
That's good, okay. All right, well, anyway, I'd like to say I appreciate the fact that the board recognizes that many areas of town remain underserved. But I just wish you would recognize this more when you're trying to implement anything that's of great importance. The next thing is, when you're talking, you're gonna go over the discussion to extend the land use moratorium. I would like the board to remember that the moratorium was pushed forward with a petition which was very improper, if not illegal. And it took many times to get the town board to recognize this. I'm bringing up proof that over 350 electronically signed signatures were not from the county chair of 711. And there was also a petition against some moratorium with 279 handwritten signatures. And then finally, Tim Murray said formally at a town meeting that he went over the petition for the moratorium, and there was only 238 signatures from the town of Caroline for the moratorium. This all being recorded at the said meeting. I said to the town board then that this should be brought up to the citizens' attention, and it never was. Therefore, I suggest that there should be an open meeting with the town lawyer present to discuss the legality of extending the moratorium. Thank you.
Thank you, Bruce. Rob Swansbrough.
Okay, this time I wrote some notes so I won't forget stuff. On the town website, you have town board member, supervisor, Mark Whitmore, Kelly McKenzie, Tim Murray, Cale Snow, Catherine Goldberg. Multiple times, Mark has said that the town board has no influence over top of the zoning commission. Now on the town website, zoning commission members, Tim Murray, Gene McFeeters, Ernie Bales, Bill Pololka, Will Lawrence, Michelle Brown, Barbara Murray, Bruce Murray, Val Workey. So to me, the town board has influence on the zoning commission. That's across there, right on the town websites. At the listening sessions, I heard the town board say that they don't know what zoning really is. So I got on Webster's, looked up zoning. The act or process of partitioning a city, town, borough into zones reserved for different purposes, such as residents and businesses. That's on Webster's, pretty straightforward. I talked to a zoning official. Their description of zoning. Zoning is local legislation that regulates land use and the size, scale, and form of development within specific zones, aka zoning. My personal definition of zoning, as a town of Caroline resident, restriction of my personal property that I've worked hard for and paid taxes on every year, twice a year. That's my definition of zoning. Okay? Now, Catherine, you stated that you couldn't comment. You were told not to comment on something. I just wondered what you were told not to comment on and by who. And if it was a town board member, sounds like there's some intimidation by the town board going on. So, now, I want you all to remember Ricky Tikki Tavi. We've all heard this story, right? It's a snake trying to bully somebody around, and then there's a mongoose. I believe Tim Murray and Mark, you're the snakes in the town of Caroline. You're trying to bully us into the zoning. Now, I really don't care what my neighbors do with their property. I really don't personally, because I don't want the zoning. But I'm gonna give you an example of what zoning is gonna do for the town of Caroline. This here is a formal complaint that I've given to the town board. Every town board member that's here, I'll leave one for Mary too. Okay? And it reads, I'd like to make a formal complaint to the town supervisor in regards to the Brookton Market. Due to the fact that I believe the tent located at 491 Brooktondale Road is not compliant with the building code of 2020 in New York State, temporary structures section 3103.1. I see multiple safety concerns and code violations at this location. I look forward to your reply and the resolution of this problem. As it has been mentioned before, in our small town, we need to protect our residents and our business owners, no matter what our differences are. And I apologize for this, I really do. This is why we have the building codes of New York State, and the town is required to enforce them according to NYCR 1203. So, I'm looking for your response.